Welcome to JSA TV and JSA Podcast, the newsroom for telecom professionals. I'm Dean Perrine, EVP at JSA, and joining me today are my new friends, Mr. Andy Parrott, President and Chief Operating Officer at Vyve Broadband, and Mr. Ed Butler. Ed is the Chief Commercial Officer, also at Vyve Broadband. Gentlemen, welcome to JSA TV.
Glad to be here.
You bet. Thank you very much. Andy, we're going to start with you. For our viewers that don't already know, why don't you tell them a little bit about Vyve Broadband and Vyve Business Services?
Thank you, Dean. Yeah, so those that don't know about Vyve, Vyve is a national operator, prides itself in providing both business services and residential services, providing voice, video, data, cloud-based services, managed and hosted support. And we kind of span all the way from the Carolinas and Georgia to California and Washington. So we're across 16 states. We've got a little short of 1,000 people on our team that are focused on being empowered to take care of the customer. And we passed a little short of a million opportunities and possible customers within our network. And we're growing, as we'll talk about a little bit, hopefully, on this podcast about some of the things that we're up to. But we've kind of put these together through a handful of other acquisitions from Northland Communications, Eagle Broadband, the Legacy Vyve, another smaller one from Family View. So, and we're continuing to look and grow. And with that, I'll turn it back over to you.
Awesome, Andy. Thank you very much for that. And that's actually why we're here, isn't it? You guys just made a very, very significant announcement with regard to product and market. Ed, I'm going to turn it over to you. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about that announcement?
Yeah, well, we're incredibly excited. We're embarking on a new initiative for 2022. We're going to expand our plant and our network and our opportunity to some 25 markets across the country where we have not operated heretofore. And we're excited about developing these new relationships, bringing a new breadth of service offerings to some historically underserved communities. And so we're incredibly excited. And frankly, it's a continuation of an effort we've been under for the last 3 years. We've spent about $200 million really upgrading and expanding our network to try and bring the latest and the technology solutions to the markets that we're going to be serving. So we're incredibly excited and we're looking forward to it.
Well, guys, congratulations, number one, on the announcement. But you mentioned the communities, these markets. How were they, and this is for you, Andy, how did you choose those markets? Was there a certain set of criteria that you used? Let us know a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we absolutely had criteria. We're looking into markets where we think we have the greatest value to add to those communities. Obviously, we're not looking at Dallas and New York and Chicago, as those cities are pretty well served, and that's not really our area. What we think we're going to bring the greatest value to the customers and the communities in which we serve. So we absolutely looked at communities that we are partnered up next to or already nearby, where we have local trained technicians and engineers on location or at location or within minutes away. So we could actually make sure we have a network that we build that's always on, and two guys in the backhoe take it out. We want to make sure that we're there within minutes and preferably with redundant routes. So we have to have two guys and two backhoes at the same time. As you guys know, those scenarios do happen from time to time. So hopefully that doesn't. But we feel that we are bringing a value of services, whether it's dark fiber, crazy fast, 10 gigabit Ethernet connections into their shops and their businesses. And if needed, I always tell Ed, if we need to do more, we'll do more. It's really, we're building a great menu of products for these communities that don't exist today. And my job is to create, I'm going to say the chef's kitchen. So when Ed comes in and says, I got something I need that's not on the menu, I want to make sure that we're building the infrastructure to provide, whether it's a government, hospital, schools, whatever their unique needs are in these communities, that Vyve is the solution and has the solution to whatever challenges that they're facing. And, we think these markets are faced with limitations, and we want to take the handcuffs off those markets.
I love it. I love it. And again, true to your mission, everything I know about Vyve is about serving these markets and giving them all the opportunities that every other market may have, or some of those tier one markets. But let's talk a little bit more about that solution. I understand that it's up to 10 gig. Ed, did you want to talk a little bit about I know it's a fiber-based solution, but why don't you tell our viewers a little bit more about the specific business solution that you were rolling out in those 25 markets?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've deployed really state-of-the-art technology in delivering a multitude of options for our constituency. We don't take a cookie cutter approach. Customers' needs vary. And so we're proud that we're going to be able to bring everything from a 100 meg solution to a wide area network, a private network, dark fiber solutions, 10 gig solutions, and even regional coverage. But in addition to just being a transport provider, we hope to be able to provide business solutions. We're going to try and solve business problems. And so we've got a full array of managed solutions that we think we can help bring to our customer base. So whether they need office productivity, disaster recovery, backup, security, IP cameras. We want to try and meet the customers where they are and build customized solutions specifically for their needs.
I love it. So big announcement at the very beginning of the year. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit more about what they might be able to expect from Vyve, say, 6 months, 10 months, a year from now? Andy, we'll hand this over to you.
Yeah, so we're constantly growing. We've challenged ourselves to continue to invest. Ed was telling you about the hundreds of millions of dollars that we're investing in the network. We're building peering relationships. We're getting into every single meet point that's out there across the country. So if you need to get into Dallas, Atlanta, some of these other key areas for these businesses, we're setting those relationships up. We have them in place today, and we're going to continue to add a national redundant backbone across there. So, we say 5 nines, we're always on. That's our goal. As we continue to have these investments, that investment into our backbone, our infrastructure, we've stood up recently our own NOC operations. So we have our own in-house resources that are constantly monitoring the network. We stood up a dedicated commercial tier support team that any commercial customer that does do business with us gets a direct line into this high tier group experts that are out there troubleshooting. And our mission with local on-call techs and continuing to invest in our people, which we talk about the network, but we're equally investing in our people through partnering with groups like the SCTE and getting business class certified specialist experts that are out there in the trucks, working directly with our customers to ensure that we both find the solutions, install it within their time frame, and ultimately create a network that's always on and always delivering everything that we commit. So that's what exactly everybody can expect us to wake up every day as a better version than we were yesterday.
Words to live by, right? That's outstanding. And thank you so much, Andy. Ed, thank you very much for being with us today. I appreciate it. And thank you, viewers, for watching JSA TV. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Dean.